Hello my dear friends of class 12th. Today we are going to study a very easy topic. The topic is of meter bridge. Okay. The topic is of meter bridge. In the last lecture I have told you about this bridge which is known as Wheatstone bridge. And you know what are bridge circuits? Bridge circuits are those which are used to find unknown resistance, or bridge circuits are sometimes also used to create a balance. This we have studied in the last video. One cell PQRS are the resistors. Three values we know. P we do not know. How can we find the value of P? By using this formula, P by Q, R by S. Remember the trick? This upon this is equal to this upon this, or this upon this is equal to this upon this. Both the formulas are correct. Now, in a Wheatstone bridge, to balance it, you know what is balancing the bridge? The current through galvanometer must become 0. You will have to change Q. And how do we change it? You have to unscrew this, put a new resistor, again screw this, balance is not coming, again unscrew this, remove it, add a new resistor, again screw it, and you have to do this till the bridge becomes balanced. That means till the current in the galvanometer becomes 0. Right? Now this is a very tedious process, and to make it a bit easy, this bridge is modified. What it is done? It is modified. See, Wheatstone bridge can be modified to make meter bridge. It can also be used to or it can be also modified to make a post office box, which is not in the use now. But we don't have to study its modification as post office box or Carey Foster bridge. They are not in the use. This is the simplest modification of Wheatstone bridge. See what is happening. The cell is at its place. P and Q are in series. Like this. What goes from the mid of P and Q? Galvanometer. So this is the galvanometer. The below two resistance R and S, they are not there. Instead of this wing, instead of this part, I have a single part of a high resistance wire. What is this dotted line? This is a high resistance wire instead of R and S. The another terminal of galvanometer touches the midpoint of R and S. Okay, not exactly the midpoint, but somewhere in between R and S. So this is the another terminal of galvanometer. This part of the wire will be now known as R. This part of the wire will now be known as S. Okay. What is the length of this high resistance wire? It is 100 centimeter. So, if you place this galvanometer, this is a movable contact. Remember, whenever there is an arrow, it means there can be variation. It is movable. This movable part is also known as jockey. It is a marker-like thing object. You can move it like this. Okay. So this is a movable contact known as jockey J. The left part of this movable contact becomes R. The right part of this movable contact from J to this point, it becomes S. Okay. Just below this 100 centimeter wire, you have a scale to measure the length. This is, you can call it point A, you can call it B. So if the length of AJ is L, the length of JB will become 100 minus L. This is 20, this is 80, this is 10, this is 90. The total length is 100, so this is L, this becomes 100 minus L. And what do we do now? Again see that, suppose we know the value of Q. We don't know the values of R, we don't know the values of S, but we know the value of Q. Value of P is not known to us. We are supposed to determine the value of P. Okay, so this is the most simplified manner in which a meter bridge looks like. What you have to do is, you have to move this contact here and there. Okay? Move this contact till the current in galvanometer becomes 0. That means you have to achieve balance condition. Okay? Now what happens is this. We will use again the same formula, P by Q equals to R by S. P by Q equals to R by S. Now, what is R? Any resistance. The topic of resistivity tells you that resistance depends on rho, that is resistivity, L, that is the length of wire, and A is the area of cross section. This entire wire has the same cross-sectional area. That means A is same for both R as well as S. Resistivity is same for both R and S because from point A to point B, the wire is made out of the same material. So material remains same, resistivity remains same, area remains same, this remains same. So instead of R, I am putting rho L by A. What will be S? Rho. What is the length of S? Length is 100 minus L. So length is 100 minus L. Again dividing it by A, the cross-sectional area of this wire. Now see, resistivity upon resistivity gets cancelled. They are equal. Area of wire P, area of wire Q. This area, this area. The thickness, that also remains same. So this also gets cancelled. What remains is L upon 100 minus L. Okay. P, you can know L upon 100 minus L. Bring you to that side. This is Q. Now P can be determined by using this formula. Okay, let us see one example, one simple example based upon this. Say P, we do not know what is P. Q, we know 3 ohms. When you balance the bridge by moving this jockey, when you balance it, L is 40. So what is 100 minus L? It is 60. L is 40, 100 minus L is 60. And now use the formula. P equals to Q, L upon 100 minus L. What is Q? It is 3. What is L? It is 40. What is 100 minus L? It is 60. Cancel them. 3 2s are 2 2s. Okay. This also gets cancelled. Their units, centimeter upon centimeter. They also gets cancelled. What was unit of 3? It was ohms. And now what is the value of P? It's 2 ohms. So you need not to change the resistor Q over and over again. You don't need to change this. It is once joined in the circuit and there is no need to change. What is to be changed? Just the position of J. So by this simple method, we can find the unknown resistance. Study this because it is important from numerical point of view.